Hello and welcome back to Bunnex Investment Group. In this video, you are going to learn about the daily candle to look for so that we can predict the next daily candle. So if you find the daily candle that I'll show you, you will be able to predict where the next daily candle will actually go. We're going to also learn about using the Fibonacci to time the entry points, right? So you are going to use the common tool, which is basically a free tool on many trading platforms to time your entry points. Then you are going to learn about the entries. And last but not least, which is the most important, you are going to learn about market application, where we will jump right over the charts to see and understand this particular trading strategy. All right, so basically we are going to define the daily candle that you're going to be looking for. You are going to be looking at the daily time frame chart, where you are going to be looking for a daily candle that exhibit these particular characteristics. So the daily candle to look for must have its high above the previous candle high. So we can see this is a candle high, this is a candle low, and the high of this particular candle is right above this particular high, and the low is actually closed right below this closing price. So we are saying the daily candle must have or sweep above and then closes below the opening price. Like in this particular case, it is here. The closing price is right here. And this is a bearish daily candle. So we are saying when we have this particular scenario, we are expecting the next daily candle to be going to the downside. And all our entries, as I'll show you, will be actually bearish or will be sells. So in this particular case, we have a bearish daily bias candle. And in this particular case, you can see the high has swept this particular high. And then the closing price of this particular candle is right below the closing price of the previous daily candle. So the daily candle has swept the high, like in this particular case, and closed right below the opening of the previous candle. So the next candle is going to be a downward candle like this. Then this is a bullish daily candlestick where we are saying this particular low, the daily candle is swept the low, and then the close of this particular candle is right above this particular price, and we are expecting that the next candle will be a bullish candle, and all our trades are going to be buys. So how are we going to make an entry after learning this particular information to make entries using this daily candle? All right, so basically we are going to use or employ the Fibonacci retracement tool, whereby we actually first locate the candle as I've shown you. So in this case, we can see there was actually a small consolidation, and after that small consolidation, we had this particular candle, this red candle, and after that red candle, we had this flow to the upside, basically like that. So this candle high is here, and the previous candle high is here. Then the closing price of this candle is here, and the closing price of this candle is here, meaning that the engulfing characteristics have been met. Then the next is now to anticipate that after seeing this candle 1, candle 2, the next candle is going to be a bearish candle. And that bearish candle will actually come to retest the 50% of this previous candle before moving to the downside. So in this particular case, you can see that this candle actually came to the 50% of this particular candle, and then it went to the downside. A very good move to the downside, and it became a spot to swing entry that was issued. All right, so to describe the strategy in short, we are saying first is to look for the right daily candlestick, and after looking for the right daily candlestick, you now need to move to the next step. Then mark the low and the high of the engulfing candle, as I've shown you in the previous slide, using the Fibonacci, and give more attention to the 50% of the engulfing candle. Then at 50% of the engulfing candle, look for an MOW on the M15 time frame for you to make an entry of that particular point, and then enter and target 2R after you have satisfied all those rules that have been issued, right? So let's now jump over the markets, and before we do so, check out our free Telegram channel. I'll leave the link in the description box below, where I share free trading advice, free trading signals, as well as analysis, and sometimes I also share all our services and so forth. So let's jump right over the charts so that we can learn this particular trading style. Before we talk about anything else, I just want to show you an indicator called the BTMM Pro. It was once released and now it has been refined to be used on M15 time frame with clarity. This BTMM Pro indicator actually gives you these signals, and they are actually automated. All that you do is to receive them on your phone, and then after receiving them on your phone, you can actually take advantage of them. All right, back to our video. All right, so in this particular case, this is USD against South African Rand on daily time frame. And the first thing that we have said is to always look for the characteristics of the engulfing candle on the daily time frame. And then after that, you now need to look for all other scenarios. So in this particular case, you can see that here we had the beautiful characteristics that we have been talking about. You can see that the high of the candle is here, and after that high has been issued, we can see that we had its closing price right here. And after having that closing price, the next thing that we've said is, after satisfying these particular parameters, the next is to check the low. Like in this particular case, it was actually a downward candlestick, so the high and the low of that particular candle, like in this case. And then after that, we wait that for the next candle, we are expecting to get a retest of the 50, which is this particular value, retest of the 50 on the fib retracement 2, and then we enter the market. If we go on the M15 time frame, we usually get an M15M pattern, like in this particular case, and the market actually gave us a beautiful downward move to the downside like that. If we go further, we can actually start to look for this same characteristic, whereby we have a proper engulfing candle that actually satisfied our concept. So in this particular case, you can see that here we had that scenario where the high was actually right above. It was right above this particular. It was right above this particular candle, and then the low was here. And then the next thing is to take the fib retracement level 2 from this particular point right to the low, and then we can look for the 50%, which is here. So this candle is the one that reached the 50%. Stop loss, always try to have it above the high of the candle, of the engulfing candle. And after that 50%, we can see the market actually went to the downside to reach this particular price. Of course, we are seeing this on the daily time frame. These moves are very, very big, whereby you can actually satisfy a 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio. So basically, that is how you will be trading using this particular trading strategy, whereby you are going to be using one candlestick, and then after that you actually trade at 50% of the engulfing daily candle. On that note, we've come to the end of our today's video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.